ever since I've been, so small. I mean, I used to start ghost gangs and stuff, in school, and make all my friends come to it and talk to them about spirits and poltergeists and stuff. And yeah, it kind of touched something inside me, the X-Files, and I just thought, yeah, this is really interesting.
I just became captivated by it. It was so different. We hadn't seen anything like this before, and it just took over. Nothing else mattered.
The way it starts, you have the letters typing up at the bottom of the screen, and you're like, oh yes, we're back home again. And then you've got the theme tune coming up, and you hum along with it.
When I go to bed at night after watching it, if it's a certain episode, I will sort of be on edge. I'm more into the sort of freaks of nature and the whole idea of there being people who can control elements and freaks who like to eat people's livers and things like that.
Ice is my favourite episode. They're left in the Arctic, in this place called Icy Cape, and there's this killer organism on the loose.
Where do we start?
Body bags are on the plane. Before we touch anything, we have to thoroughly document the scene.
It squirms like in the back of your neck, like at the base of your skull, and it's horrible. It just goes through. You can see it moving across the skin, and it's gross.
Oh my God.
The way Mulder and Scully deal with it is so interesting, and it's just brilliant. And I just could not believe the scene where they pull guns on each other. I was just totally enthralled by it.
Mulder!
Scully, get that gun off me!
Mulder, you have to understand!
Put it down!
You put it down first!
Scully!
There's a lot of close-ups. And they each say a few words, like, it's not me, and Scully says, put the gun down. And it flicks continually. There's 7 close-ups in quick succession. And it makes you feel really unaware of what's going on, and your eyes are following each of them, and you don't know their position with one another. And there's this red light shining through in the background, and it just adds tension, it adds fear. It's like, like a beacon. I mean, it's just really dark. I mean, behind the characters, there's always darkness. You can rarely ever see where they've come from, whether anything's going to come out to threaten them. And it kind of gives you a really unsettling feeling. I mean, it's not a very pleasant feeling, but it works because it makes you feel more paranoid, and I think that's the real formula of the show.
I think my favourite episode out of the X-Files would have to be Fire, because it just came out of nowhere. You'd had episodes like Ice, which dealt with worms and parasites, and then all of a sudden you had this man who could control the elements. He was a pyromaniac. And he was just so believable and scary that if a man could control the elements, he would be unstoppable.
Oh my God. Now that is a trick.
He doesn't look like the person that would be one of these maniacs, and he comes over very well as this sort of nice caretaker.
Anything I can do for you? Anything at all? You just holler.
The character's name is Cecil Lively. You see his eyes, and it's all in his eyes. He's just so believable, scary. He's totally focused, he's totally obsessed. Mulder's trapped in a burning building, and there are 2 children locked in a room, and he has to actually confront his fear of fire. And you see him trying to knock down this door. Then the camera pans round to see Cecil Lively standing at the end of the corridor, and he says a brilliant line, and he goes, "Time to call 911. I think too many people have seen too many things for it not to be true. And although the government will deny everything, I think in everyone's heart people know that there is something out there.